Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have a judge releasing the Tesla firebomber due to, in part, of a lack of gender-affirming care. Which, yeah, talk about an easy way to get out of jail. Jeez Louise. Now, this brought to us thanks to End Wokeness. And he says, quote, breaking, a judge releases a suspected Tesla firebomber citing ADHD and no access to, quote, gender-affirming care. Which, yeah, imagine, I got let out because of ADHD. Which is something I can't help but think they just diagnose everyone with, especially kids who aren't interested in boring schools, but that's just me. Let's see what the reporter at Fox 4 says.
Bria and John, the government wanted Owen McIntyre to spend the time before trial behind bars, but the judge in Boston sided with the defense in this case, which cited multiple medical issues facing the 19-year-old, including autism spectrum disorder, gender dysphoria, and ADHD. McIntyre's attorney argued the teen should be released citing serious and ongoing medical needs and treatments that could not or would not be provided while in federal detention. The defense filing says McIntyre is being treated for depression and since March has been receiving gender-affirming care. That care would likely be interrupted or terminated in federal custody. Bria and John, the government.
Yeah, you don't hate these federal judges, or rather these activist judges enough. This one pretty proud. Got 2 million views and 16,000 likes. And yeah, imagine another criminal out on bail or just let out. You see this trend more and more this year. It seems like every time someone does something bad, if they're left, oh yeah, they get the activist judges let them out. Let's take the, and then, oh, there's $1 million bail, even though they stab someone to death. Let's take that $1 million bail, take it down. Let's 80% off. Ridiculous. One of the first comments is from End Wokeness saying, quote, judge who freed him is Jessica Hedges, which, yeah, I am actually surprised. It's not surprised by the fact that it's a liberal white gal, but I am surprised her, typical short leftist hair. She does not have purple or blue hair. Now that is interesting, and no cowering, which I can't help but notice also accounts for 50% of dating profiles these days, but I partially digress. That did get 4.7 thousand likes. Also have Gunther Eagleman says, quote, our justice system is broken, gave 1.4 thousand likes. It is. Paul Zupa says, the trans terrorist deserves to be in prison. In ECOC, gave 149 likes. Mr. Pitbull, though I don't think it's the singer, says, quote, if he's being released due to mental illness, then he should have been held in secure psychiatric facility. This is exactly what institutions used to be used for, getting 1,000 likes. Mr. Pitbull also says Elon is right. And Elon has a quote in which he says, if any judge anywhere can block every presidential order everywhere, we do not have democracy, we have a tyranny of the judiciary, getting 143 likes. Hunter Eagleman says this is unbelievable, getting 498 likes. 499, 501 going up like a stock. Well, stock a couple years ago. Based Electrician has a screenshot of him, and he says, quote, so this domestic terrorist doesn't have to go to prison because he has depression and thinks he's a woman. Since when is being sad and crazy an excuse to get out of jail? Gave 950 likes, which, yeah, talk about an easy way to get out of jail. Same as these activist judges when you have a man in prison saying, oh, I identify as a woman, and they put a biological man in a female prison in which they proceed to abuse them in the worst possible way. And yet Democrats say, oh, yeah, that's good. Mentally vacuous as well as morally vacuous and disgusting. You also have Spitfire says, I just don't have any words anymore. Absolute judicial anarchy. Game 474 likes. Crazy Vibe says, impeach all corrupt judges. And he has a quote from J.D. Vance in which he says, quote, judges are not allowed to control the executive's legitimate power. Getting 149 likes. Matt Van Swole says, what a crock of shit. This man firebombed a Tesla dealership. Getting 401 likes, which, yeah, that's domestic terrorism. Yeah, no, this felt sad. Let him out. David Santa Clara says, stop appointing women judges. Getting 578 likes. Kel Zhang, I think that's how I pronounce it, says, quote, yeah, I guess having gender dysphoria and ADHD means you've got to be firebombing a Tesla. Hey, Pam Bondi, I know you're only doing your job, but could you look at this judge? Thanks, getting 666 likes. Well, 5, I made it 666. But yeah, all these judges are making me sick. Helen Hunting says, quote, so, well, wrong grammatically, but she says, so she is free to commit more crimes. Ridiculous, getting 63 likes. Those person also got a lot of people responding. I suspect they say, is a good dude. Conservative Alternative says, this reads like a comedic script. I almost can't tell if it's real or not, getting 26 likes, which, yeah. You also have Judge Lutz says, how is this judge going to ensure public safety? According to this person, firebombed a public establishment, getting 143 likes. Yeah. I don't think they care about public safety. I mean, if you look at the actions of a lot of these all these judges, I don't think they give a damn about public safety. I like the city of Chicago, which I'm told is going to be great next year, like the Chicago Bears, which political and sports pun, it will not be. It will, in fact, just lose more good companies and more good people as they leave the state for pretty much anywhere is better than that. So, again, I mean, I'm not surprised. They're being let out of prison left and right. And it will be interesting in terms of, again, being a federal crime. Does, Pam Bondi, does a federal, do they step in, try to resolve this? And what do you think? Should this individual be out just because of they have ADHD and gender dysphoria? But let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how can we show better and better. And lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.